Tammy talks about. So I was going to do another article in the new series I'm doing on the in-depth articles, but as I was looking into the articles that I wanted to do, I started noticing how the news of being fired from Aquaman2 has really just started snowballing, and it's taken a life of its own. So let me just say before we start, it's not being confirmed. No one from WB has said, hey, she's gone, that's it, we're done. And there's no official announcements by anyone official. So this is all still speculation and rumor at this point. But we've seen in the past how those rumors can turn out to be true. And I just have a gut feeling that Warner Brothers is looking for any excuse they can to get out of this. They know this is a PR nightmare, and they don't need any more PR nightmares. They've already got plenty. And I think by using this clause, which I would imagine is definitely in her contract, because this is a superhero movie. She is playing a superhero action figure or whatever in this movie. And I would imagine that they do have a contract that, hey, you've got to be in great physical condition. And I am in no way shaming this woman for putting on a few pounds. I'm the last person that has any right to say anything like that. But what I will say is that if she has in any way broken what they have agreed to per her clause in her contract, this is the perfect excuse for WB to get out of it. Especially if they can use her health, not necessarily any weight gain, but if they can use her health and the mind frame she's in, or even as in the sausage roll article talked about her love of alcohol, shall we say, and the things that she is getting into because of her drinking. So if they can find a way to get out of this, I think they're going to. I think they are finally starting to understand that this is a blockbuster movie, and if they don't get her out of it, I think they're realizing that they are going to lose money on this. I mean, we're at 1.8 million people have signed the petition to have her removed. And they can say all day long that they're not paying attention to this, but I'm sorry, I believe they are. I just feel like that it would be really dumb of them to not pay attention to this. And they're not dumb people. I mean, come on. So this whole thing has really taken on a life of its own. And what got me thinking I needed to do another video on this is that I started looking at articles, and my news feed was inundated with articles from places like Yahoo Lifestyle, What Culture, Comics even did a video on it yesterday. Let's see, Screen Rant, Comic Book, The Express, The Republic. All these places have already in the last 24 hours, well, 24 to 48 hours, I guess, have put out articles talking about this. It's all over the internet. I saw where several times yesterday where it said that she was trending for being fired from it. So it's really took on a life of its own, and it's become something very big. And what I keep going back to is, where is she at? Where are her people at? Why is no one screaming, hey, this isn't true? Or why isn't she saying, this is Johnny's fault. His fans are attacking me. I need those Twitter accounts. It's all silent on that side. And something Les said from Spiritually Empowered Coaching one time. She said, it's what she doesn't say that you have to pay attention to. And I think right now, the fact that there is no one from AH's side standing up and saying this is not true, or that she's not screaming it's Johnny's fault, or it's Johnny's fans' fault, I think that speaks louder than all of these articles. And the thing is, as I said, it's not been confirmed. And we've got articles coming from Screen Rant, and I wrote that this was from yesterday, the February 28th, for whoever's watching this later. And the title of the article from Screen Rant is fired from Aquaman2, rumors debunked. Only problem is that what they use for debunking this is a tweet from the Hollywood Reporter staff writer Ryan Parker, who says he was told by a reliable source that it's not true. So, well, there you go. A source of a source of a source has said it's not true, so obviously it's been debunked. No, I'm sorry. It's not. It's not been debunked. It's not been confirmed. What we know right now is that this rumor has really just skyrocketed, and yet there's no one saying that with any authority that it's not true. And as a matter of fact, if you saw my live stream last night, and one of my guests was General Zod, who we all love, he's been in contact. Also, if we want to go with sources, he's been in contact with a very reliable source. And for how they go around and they do all these sit downs at like Comic-Con events and things like that, where they have the Q&As, AH is not on that. She's not promoting this at all. She was on the last one for Aquaman. Her and Jason Momoa were on that entire trail, and she's not on it this time. That to me says a whole lot. And I believe Zod. I will say that. I believe it. And I believe that his source is a very reliable source. So, that's the thing. If we want to say, if places like Screen Rant or Comic Book want to say it's been debunked because they saw a tweet from a guy that is a staff writer for the Hollywood Reporter, well, then I've debunked their debunking, because I heard a report from a person who spoke with someone. You see what I'm saying? But I do believe that it is true, and I believe Zod, and I believe his source. So I'm here to tell you, right now, we don't know for sure. There's been no confirmation. But I think that the fact that AH is not screaming from the top of her lungs that this isn't true, considering how much she screamed, but I've got to film Aquaman 2. I think that says everything we need to know. So, what do you think about it? Do you think this is just snowballing and it's just got out of control and it's not true? Do you think that she has been fired? Do you think that maybe we're wrong? What are your opinions on this? Tell me in the comments down below. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share this video. Thank you for everything you do. I really appreciate all of it. And until next time, as always, be blessed.